Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, February 15th, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day and enjoyed the beautiful spring weather. Yes, that was sarcasm. Anyhow, let's get into today's news, shall we? This is pretty cool. Annapolis has put all of their GIS stuff in one place called an open data portal. It has all sorts of information from zoning to parks and rec to transportation, city services, and, yes, even crime. Of course, it's all dependent on what the city puts into the portal. I looked at the crime one, and the Annapolis police list a rape just off Spa Road on January 26th, but that wasn't publicly released to anybody. Yet they don't include the murder on January 22nd on Newtown Drive that was released. So there is some useful information there that may or may not be accurate. We have a link over at eyeonannapolis.net. Over in the State House, a bill, House Bill 901, which will offer more protection for kids online, is making its way through the various committees. It's called the Maryland Age Appropriate Design Code Act, which is sort of a weird name, but it will force apps and social media platforms to restrict data collection and profiling of children, require default high privacy settings, and disable geolocation services. Seems pretty weak to me, actually, as it only applies to businesses that have more than $25 million in annual revenue or buys, receives, or sells information of 50,000 or more people, or derives more than 50% of their revenue from selling data. And child means anyone under 18 in this law. It is modeled after a similar bill in California, and it does seem like we are trying to do an awful lot of what California is doing. We've got gas appliances in there. We've got battery-powered vehicles. Now, this. This weekend is President's Day weekend, and it is a big weekend for mattresses and appliances. And Comptroller Learman reminds us that Maryland waives the 6% tax on most Energy Star appliances. So if you need a new fridge or a dishwasher, here's your chance to save some bucks. The waiver does apply to air conditioners, washers and dryers, standard size refrigerators, sorry all you restaurateurs out there, furnaces, heat pumps, boilers, compact fluorescent light bulbs, dehumidifiers, and programmable thermostats, one of which I think I'm going to pick up this weekend. Oh, and solar-powered water heaters. They're tax-exempt year-round, but you can get them this weekend as well. So, go get your appliances on. If you're headed to college or returning to college next year or planning to, this is a reminder that the time is now to complete your FAFSA and MUSFA. FAFSA is the free application for federal student aid, and MUSFA, which is a really silly acronym, is the Maryland State Financial Aid application. You want to do them both. There is a lot of money at the Maryland Higher Education Commission for you. The deadline for both is March 1st, and from my conversations with Secretary Jim Fielder at the Maryland Higher Education Commission, he says that a lot of money goes unclaimed because applicants simply miss deadlines. So if you do apply, make sure you are looking for responses in your email and reply when you're supposed to. And actually, you do need to accept an award. They may send you an email saying, hey, we got $10,000 for you, but it's not automatically credited to you until you say, yes, I want it. That's just a pro tip right there. We do have the links also on eyeonannapolis.net. This story will make Judy from Francis Marketing Group ecstatic because she is a huge fan. But the Boss will be playing Camden Yards on September 9th in his first ever outdoor show in Baltimore, and will be followed up by the Billy Joel Stevie Nicks concert on October 7th. There is no on-sale date for tickets just yet, so you want to keep your eye out for them. And if you miss out on Camden Yards and are a fan, he is tooling around the area. Wells Fargo Center in Philly on March 16th, Capital One Arena in D.C. on March 27th, CFG Bank, also known as the Rofo Arena, April 7th, Nationals Park on August 28th, and then Orioles Park on September 9th. All right, that is a wrap on the news. Pod News up this weekend for the local business spotlight. You definitely want to hear this one with Patty Slaughter and the Bernie House. And then you want to go get tickets to their Mardi Gras ball on February 25th. That will be an amazing party. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Alpha Engineering. So now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find. And when it comes to live music in the area, Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, has all of the info, with no mistakes, I might add, in Annapolis After Dark. All that coming up in just a bit, so hang tight.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, February 15th. Yesterday brought great weather conditions to the Annapolis region, but today should be even better ahead of some rain Thursday into Friday. Look for mixed skies today with very warm PM highs around the mid-60s, with temps tomorrow maybe 65 to 70 degrees across the region, though PM rain showers are likely and they could last off and on through much of Friday morning, with PM highs Friday in the mid or upper 50s, along with breezy winds out of the northwest that will help deliver colder air, with temperatures only in the 20s Saturday morning, with mid or upper 40s for PM highs Saturday, before a nice bounce back Sunday with sunshine and highs in the mid 50s for most. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely be sure to download the DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, February 15th through Sunday, February 19th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations so you know before you go. The others do not do that. Find the accurate and updated schedules on AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. Start with Happy Hour with George Evans at Ram's Head Tavern. Dana B. is in for Larry Lay tonight up at Brian Baru in Severna Park. Irish Traditional Sessions with Peter, Bryce, and Friends return to Galway Bay. And end the night with Carly Winter at Dark Horse. Thursday, get to the newly remodeled Point for Dan Haas. Andrew Bell of Brave Noise is back at Blackwall Hitch in Annapolis for happy hour. Chris Button is also back for his second day this week at the Mimo's Bar and Grill out on Harry S. Truman Parkway. Tim and Katie will be at O'Loughlin's in Arnold. Mallow Hill returns to Mother's in Arnold. The Joeys are back at Twain's Tavern, which is Joey Harcum and Joey Mitchell. And Jay Paris returns to Vibe as a trio. You may remember they played their soft opening, and I went live with them. They were fantastic. This is going to be a good one to catch on Thursday night. No cover on their Thursday Locals night. Weekend music. Catch DJ Draco both nights at O'Brien's. Friday music, Pretty Big Deal, will be at Middleton Tavern with Donald Wolcott upstairs in the piano bar. Nate Finn and Jack Schenk are back at Annapolis Market House. Naptown Brass Band will be at Ram's Head on stage, and they are bringing a dance floor, I hear. There are still a few tickets available. Fire Escape will be at 49 West, and next door, Mac Heat will be making their debut at Stan & Joe's on West Street. Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Malloy's in Crofton with Joe Walsh. Up in the Dina, left of the dial, will be rocking the Office Bar and Grill. I checked this place out for the first time last weekend, and it has a huge stage, and the music sounds really good in there. It's a great spot for live music. I'll be back. Red Buddy and the Ruckus will be at Severna Park Tap House. Kevin Pollack, a multi-instrumentalist, is back at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape. He's that one guy playing all the instruments. And over on the shore, Dave DePietro and Pietro Acoustic will be at Poorhouse Pub. Saturday, George Evans will be at the Severna Park Tap House, kicking off the watch party of the Capitals outdoor game. Nate Finn will be back at Ram's Head Tavern solo. Loose Change will be at Dark Horse. 2 floors of free music at Middleton Tavern with Michael McHenry Tribe downstairs and Donald Wolcott upstairs in the piano bar. Rickshaw Lizard is back at Ram's Head Roadhouse in Crownsville. 24 Carat will be playing at the Broadneck Grill in Edgewater. Shift Work will be at Malloy's Irish Pub in Crofton. The Tommy McGee Band will be at Mother's in Arnold. This is a big one. Pahomia returns to Brian Baru. Jennifer Schimpf will be at the Blackwall Barn and Lodge in Gambrels. Up in the Dina, Ben Heemstra of Ben and Dan Sadler are back at the Rumor Reel. Dana Denise will be at Killarney House in Davidsonville. Sunday Fun Day, Stephen Henson will be at Pirates Cove in Galesville. Brian Gaffney returns to Galway Bay. And the West Street Revival Band is back at Stan & Joe's, and this time it will be a tribute to songs recorded in London. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and all of the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage on your cell phone to make them an app. 2 clicks to the music anytime. And I'll see you out there.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.